want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
Would you wake up and trade places with somebody who was on the heavier side?
I'm glad she asked, because this is giving me very much when that sociologist Dr. Jane asked that room full of white people, raise your hand if you want to be treated like how black people are treated in this country, or raise your hand if you would wake up and be black tomorrow. And nobody raised their hand, and that's because they know that there's some systemic bullshit that happens to black people that does not happen to them and will never happen to white people. So, yes, if I asked you right now, have you been shamed? Yes, you've been through a lot. Yes, it sucks being a person in this society because we have to go through so much to love ourselves. But would you switch places with a fat person's body tomorrow? You would not, because you know that there's a whole system that oppresses fat people that you do not experience and that you will never experience. So let's remember, body positivity. Yes, we want to end harassment and shame, but we also are working to dismantle a system that oppresses fat people.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to deal with the facts and we're going to go with the CDC. So if anybody is overweight that's listening to this video and you have a problem with what it is that is being stated, please go directly to the CDC and have that debate with them, because you're not going to be arguing with me. You're just going to look stupid. So number one, the United States obesity prevalence was 41.9% in 2017 through March of 2020. From 1999 through 2000 through 2017 and March of 2020, the United States obesity prevalence increased from 30.5 to 41.9. During the same time, the prevalence of severe obesity increased from 4.7 to 9.2. Obesity related conditions include heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. These are among the leading causes of preventable premature death. The estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the United States was nearly $173 billion in 2019. Medical costs for adults who had obesity were $1,861 higher than medical costs for people with a healthy weight. Non Hispanic Black adults, 49.9%, had the highest age adjusted prevalence of obesity, followed by Hispanic adults at 45.6%, non Hispanic white adults at 41.4%, and non Hispanic Asian adults at 16.1%. The obesity prevalence was 39.8 among adults aged 20 to 39 years, 43.3% among adults aged 40 to 59 years, and 41.5% among adults aged 60 and older. All right, so this is where I'm at now. In before, a lot of people say, "Oh, well, what about the people with medical conditions? I think this is wrong because I have a nobody's talking about you. So stay to the side. Anybody with a medical condition, stick to the side. Anybody that is dealing with something that is outside of their control, something that you are born with, something that's genetic, stay to the side. Ain't nobody talking to you. Ain't nobody talking about you. Stay to the side in whatever emotional realm that you are in. Now, for everybody else, I'm specifically talking to the individuals that decide that they don't want to cook. I'm talking about to the individuals that decide that they don't want to eat healthy. I'm talking about the individuals that decide that they want to eat junk food all day. And I'm talking about adults that just want to sit up there and eat junk food every single day, all day, fast food every single day, all day. I'm talking specifically about those adults who control what it is that they put into their body for decades, and then they end up looking around and they're about 5'4", 600 pounds. Like I said, we got TV shows that are dedicated to people just like this, and they will sit up there and be honest and be like, well, I just, had one thought one day and I just decided to eat because of that thought. Like I said before, a lot of things are within people's control. The moment in time that people want to lack self-control, they want to start blaming the devil. They want to start blaming the thought. They want to start blaming this. They want to start blaming that. It's a very easy thing to push blame somewhere else. So it seems that you're just not in control of anything that goes on in your life. It's a very easy thing to do. The hardest part is to be self-aware, is to have acknowledgement, and to have ownership and take responsibility of the things and the actions that you decide to commit to on an everyday basis. They clear cut told you the direct stats. And like I said, that was from the CDC. So if you want to look up what it is, you can clearly just type in, right? Obesity or weight statistics in America or the United States, and it'll directly come up for you. And you'll get the CDC website and they'll list, everything up there. And the main thing that I'm trying to tell people is this: there's a lot, especially Black people, because I'm more so aiming this directly at the Black community, because more times than not, we have more people in the Black community that suffer from obesity, and they suffer from it willingly because they opt to go out there and buy food instead of cooking. And then they want to complain about the price of food when realistically nobody's telling you to use your paycheck, 30, 40, whatever dollars, to sit up there and buy up, some burgers from McDonald's or Burger King or get some food from Taco Bell or what have you. You could very easily spend that same amount of money on something that would last you a lot longer than just an hour or two out of that day. Because now after you done ate that, right? You got 15, 20, whatever hour is left in the day. So now what you gonna eat? What you gonna eat for dinner? What you gonna eat for, let's say breakfast or whatever it is. Like I said, this is the importance of cooking. If we actually cooked more and we spent more money doing that, then we wouldn't have such a large amount of obesity running rampant. We wouldn't have a large amount of type 2 diabetes running rampant. We wouldn't have high cholesterol and all these other types of things running rampant. We wouldn't have people losing limbs running rampant. So, like I said, for a lot of Black people out there that always want to talk about, oh, you always list the problems, you always list the problems. Well, what is the solution? The solution is stay your butt at home and learn how to cook. Watch YouTube, watch TikTok, watch Instagram, watch some Facebook videos or daily videos, whatever you want to, whatever you like to go on every single day. Sit there, get 5 to 10 recipes that you're interested in, buy the ingredients, and learn how to cook. Learn how to cook. The food that you cook at home ain't going to kill you. The food that you buy that is fast food, that's going to kill you. Like I said, if you want to sit up there and be healthy, if you don't want to deal with high prices on insurance or whatever it is, learn how to cook at home. Start going outside and exercising. Start eating healthy. Do all of these things consistently, and you will start to see a change. Like I said before, a lot of people will sit up there and say, "Oh, well, I did it, before, and I didn't sit up there and really see it." How long did you do it? How long did you stay consistent? What did you skip on? What did you not do? What increments did you use? How much were you measuring? What specifically were you eating? Like I said before, when it comes to eating healthy, the biggest problem is consistency, because a lot of people don't want to read labels. That's the problem with a lot of Black people too. Black people don't want to read, because I promise you, 9 times out of 10, or almost 10 out of 10, whenever Black people go to the market, they're not reading what's on the back. And a lot of the stuff that's in the frozen food section, it has a whole notebook on the back telling you the ingredients. If you can't even pronounce half of the chemicals, if you don't even know what the chemicals look like, if you don't even know what the compounds are, you don't need to be eating it, because obviously it's not for your body. That's for a chemistry set. Now, if this is just something that you want to do, then by all means, go ahead. Just don't sit up there and complain when you're in a hospital and you're suffering from this, that, and the third, and you got to take 21 different bottles of pills. And your insurance got to cover this, but you're not sure if your insurance is going to cover this, and then you got to pay this amount. Like I said before, like, yo, Black people, there's a lot of things that we can sit up there and fix. This is clear cut one of them. We got way more fast food joints and establishments in the community than we do markets. That is a problem. And for Black people not to see or realize that's a problem within itself. That's problem number one. The fast food will be problem number three. Number one and two is the fact that black people realize that we don't have enough markets here, enough healthy food here. But in place of that, we have a whole bunch of garbage. And black people know it and they willingly still go out and go buy it because it's easier than actually going to the store, getting a basket, and spending that same amount of money, if not a little bit more, to sit up there and eat healthy. Like I told people before, I sit up there and buy salmon, regardless of whatever people want to say. Oh, salmon is toxic, got mercury, got it. Look here. I like lean meat, and this is what I like to sit up there and eat. I have that, and I have my rice. I'm good, right? And I section that off. I have my little, 2 cups of rice. I have my little one piece of salmon, and I'll sit up there and eat that. I'll eat a portion here, and then I'll eat the other portion a little bit later on during like the morning, right? And that's how I portion off my meals. And I'll do that throughout the days, depending on how many pieces. So if I got like 12 pieces, then guess what? That's 12 days. I don't have to sit up there and worry about spending, hundreds of dollars on fast food throughout those weeks. And then I move on to the next meal that I want to have after that. Maybe it might be cornbread, rice, and beans. I'll sit up there and make that. Put some Jiffy up in there, butter up the pan a little bit, have some, some butter on top, have some kidney beans or whatever it is with some rice that's already cooked, and I will spread that out for about like a week or what have you. And then I will continue on with the next meal. So already I done made it through what 3 weeks out of what four that we normally have in the months that we get. So then I got 1 week left. So then I'll just see what it is that I got. Maybe it could be salad. Maybe it could be something else. Maybe it could be a mixture. Maybe it could be like chicken salad or fish salad or something like that. But it'll be a home cooked meal versus actually ordering out. And then when I look at the cost, right, it's upfront. It might cost a little bit more depending on what I'm buying to eat healthier. But over time, it's manageable and you can easily do it and you can start putting money to the side so that you can do the things that you need to do versus the times that I've decided to order Uber throughout the week. That's hundreds of dollars, pay attention, hundreds of dollars on food that is not going to sit up there and last a long time. It's not going to last throughout the day. So like I said, the whole conversation is basically showcasing the fact that there's no such thing as fat phobia. Nobody is afraid of fat people or people who have weight. Nobody has a fear of that. So for people to try to make that a thing is 1000% stupid. Just say that you don't want people to judge you on your insecurities, even though you know your insecurities are leading towards bigger and worse health problems for you. And it's going to get worse as you get older. Just say that. Just say that you don't want people to, be in your health business. Just say that. Don't just make up words to try to brand people. Just say that.